Recording is started. I'll call
Yes,
to
sir.
order the February 13th meeting of the HVAC IAQ Building Committee. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Flag, United States of America, and to the republic stands
one nation under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all.
All right. All right. I will make a motion to approve the minutes from January 30th, 2026.
I'll second that motion.
Having a second. Any discussion, modifications?
No.
I joined on quickly, guys, just to say I corrected that. I submitted an early version of them, and there was a really obvious typo on my part, that Jeff pointed out that I corrected. So I just want to let everyone know that you probably saw the updated email, but it's all been fixed. So wanted to join for a second just to confirm that. Sorry to interrupt.
That was Rod Dusen, so we lost a van. No. Probably not the first time that's happened to you. But, okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, moving on. Project updates.
Let me just share my little Excel that I've been utilizing, and we'll go from there. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm try zooming.
Sure. Nope, that's good. Oh, at least for me. I'm speaking for myself. It's fine.
Okay, so as of this week, we kind of, a lot of things are on hold, but as far as Fairfield Woods, we're still kind of on hold where we are. TAB is coming out today and Monday to do their final pass on the commissioning side of things with Van Zelm. So I'm expecting that these TAB 90% values for heating will be at 100% after their pass due to the things that we fixed from prior inspection. The items in yellow are still on hold due to the snow and weather on the roof. It's all roof punch list remaining items, which we are in touch with young developers every week. We just had a conversation with them yesterday about closeout stuff, so we are in touch with them. We're all just monitoring the conditions on the roof to get them back out to try to get this buttoned up. Rooftop crossover ladder grounding. This is an RFI that's been in BL's court. We did send out an update to Jesse. I don't know if he's on this call right now.
He's on.
Oh yeah, he is. So I know Jesse, your team is working on that. I don't know if you have an update for this call, but I know you guys are working on it.
Yeah, I think the latest question was just whether it can be grounded to the conduit and conduit racks, wasn't it, Tim?
I can't remember. I know on the OAC we just said, it's not attached to the building. So is there even a need for it? And if there is, how do we go about attaching it, I guess?
Yeah, I'll correspond to that RFI. I do have the info on that at this point.
Okay. Again, that's a common RFI for all three schools, so that answer will hold for all three. North Stratfields, again,
Tim,
items in yellow.
Jumping back, number 9, remove temporary stair tower. Is that gone?
No, that's still at Fairfield Woods due to the remaining work they do have on the roof. Punch list wise, we're just going to leave it there for access. It's not bothering anybody on the backside of the building. We are actively trying to get Osborne's removed today or Monday. So I can shoot you a note if that takes place. Yeah, this one we're going to leave because they do have still a few items left to finish on the roof and remove a few things off that they had left up there. So for safety purposes, that's why we're keeping it. Just so they're not trying to get stuff off a ladder or something on the side of the building. North Stratfield.
Hang on, this is at no cost to the project, though.
Yeah, this is on them. Yep, this is whatever rentals or fees they have. It's through them on them. North Stratfield is in similar shape. Again, the items in yellow are roof punch list items that we are tracking with them to get done. Again, stair tower will come down when that work is complete. And Tab has one more. They have to check RTU 1 in this new visit between today and Monday. That should bring this to 100% too for heating side. So I'll give you guys an update once Tab's field visit is complete. Jesse's also working on the understage air quality RFI that's grouped in with this. He has a few RFIs that his team has been working on, so we're awaiting answers there on how to proceed. Osborne Hill, so bulletin number 5 countertop, that's actually going in today. So I mean, we tracked it for February break, and we do have it going in today. So that'll be complete by end of day. RFI 160 is still tracking for April break. Mark S, I do have my final pricing from acoustics, so I can just share that with you, and if you have any questions.
Please.
And that's all being taken in the allowance that we discussed a few weeks ago or over a month ago, with acoustics. Otherwise, at Osborne punch list, we had a couple small items with left on the roof, but they're just 2 very small items. So we're going to remove the stair tower. We're planning to remove the stair tower. We reached out to them this week. They were getting a crew together to do that for us. I just need to speak with Dale this morning and see if he has a time frame on when that's getting removed, whether it's today or Monday. But we are planning to get that out. That Osborne's is a bit more, it's in the way of a window. It blocks a couple other areas, so we're trying to get that one off site. Plus, again, there's essentially no more items on the roof for them to take care of. And Tab has been sitting at 100% heating side for the past couple months now. So aside from that, that's pretty much all of our updates for the phase 1 schools. I'll roll into Tomlinson. Tomlinson, due to Tomlinson's basketball season, I think I told you guys last call, we pushed the start of our main gym work until 2/23, which is still tracking. So we don't see any issues holding that date and proceeding with that work, which will roll us into April break. So from a project perspective, overall, on schedule, on time, lead times for our big items. We have our curbs already at Ferguson for the RTUs. The RTUs are tracking early April delivery to Ferguson's warehouse, and everything else on the job is pretty much readily available. Spiral duct for the main gym is already on order. It's all standardized stuff that they have for those 2 areas. So moving along there as well.
Any other updates on Tomlinson? Any questions on Tomlinson or phase 1 for that matter? Joe and Ron, you guys both good?
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, very good. Thank you, Tim.
Mark, you can take back the screen.
All right. Pending log, updated, added Tomlinson on. These blank ones are allowances that we just track, and let me get closer here. So I got them just as tracking for allowances. There are no new ATPs for Tomlinson. Moving on to Woods, I did create 2 new ATPs. And they're both work associated with the replace the existing fire alarm I put on there, and then the work associated with RTU 19, 20, and 22. I put a number on there to encumber. I left the replace the existing fire alarm as the price provided, just so we can tie it out a little bit easier. And I also I updated the RTU 19, 20, and 22 with the price for the train units.
We'll talk about that under old
Yep.
business. Okay.
And then moving on to North Stratfield, no new ATPs and no new ATPs for Osborne.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Moving on to the ATP packet. We have 3 ads, the rest are givebacks. The ads are 1 for each school. These are partial bond reconciliations. At the subcontractors are not allowed to put bond on their change orders. It is all settled up at the end. That way, if their contract decreases, we should be getting a credit back, or we should be getting a credit back, or it offsets some of the ads. So we have ATP 56 for Woods at 4,160. For North Stratfield, ATP 51 is 1,168. And then for Osborne Hill, ATP 28 is $354.
Okay. I'll
And just
make a
just
motion.
add. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Tim. Nope, finish.
Just to add in, so we are going to have another round of these bond reconciliations. I just don't want that to be misunderstood or a surprise, because we have some trades that we haven't fully settled up with, because like acoustics, we have that door 160, right? That's not taking place until April break. So we also are painting the underside of the new vestibule area at Fairfield Woods. So we have a few extra costs. So we will have, I think we'll have acoustics, Ferguson Electric, and then QSR Steel and one other sub that are going to be coming in as another round. So I just don't want there to be confusion when we present that you already did bond reconciliation. So just wanted to throw that note out there. But otherwise, Jeff, go ahead for your approvals.
I am carrying a number, still a number on the
Okay.
pending log
All right.
for bond reconciliation.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to approve ATP 056 bond reconciliation at Fairfield Woods, coming from contingency in the amount of $4,160.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll make a second motion to approve ATP 051 at North Stratfield for bond reconciliation, coming out of contingency in the amount of $1,168.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And lastly, I'll make a motion to approve ATP 028 at Osborne Hill for bond reconciliation, also coming out of contingency in the amount of $354.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Any questions or discussions on that motion?
None.
Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Our practice has been not to have to vote on money coming back, so we'll move on out of ATPs unless there's any questions or comments. Okay.
I do have one. It's the first meeting of the month, so I will get the FSRs out for the month to the committee. We have 4 pay applications, all for Gilbane, all for January. For phase 1, it's invoice 22, and for Tomlinson, it's number 6, and it is in the amount of $492,179.33.
All right. I'll make a motion to accept and approve Gilbane's Tomlinson invoice 006 dated 1/31/2026 in the amount of $78,981.15.
I'll second.
Having a second, any discussion or questions on Tomlinson's?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to accept and approve Gilbane's invoice 22 dated 1/31/2026. Total amount of $413,198.18.
I'll second.
Having a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Passes unanimously. Okay, that's it for invoices. Moving
Yes.
on. Old business. So we have the RTU 19-2022 at Woods. Last time we had spoken, the original quote was for American Standard units. We had talked about getting the a quote associated to train units for consistency across our ecosystem. We also asked for a secondary quote depending on where we were on the efficiency of the units. So if there was a higher efficiency or better unit available to us. So Mark, you're flipping through the new estimates.
Yeah.
So the estimate for the train units over American Standard, and this is for 3 rooftop units, 2 I believe are 4 ton, 1 is 4.5 ton if I remember correctly.
5, but
5.
2 4s and a 5.
Okay. So that is $72,000 for the 3.
Yep.
Do you recall? I don't recall what was the number for the American Standard?
66
66.
Mm-hmm.
for the standard. Yes.
And then we're at 72K for train, and then there's a high efficiency option. Variable speed, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
At 88.3.
Where would this money be coming from?
It'd be coming from contingency.
How much do we have in contingency?
Smart.
And I just closed that too. It is encumbered on the pending log.
So 732, is that what you're showing?
The 62 is encumbered, correct?
The 72 is encumbered, and I put another 24 in there for BMS controls.
And Mark, since I don't have their proposal, have they excluded anything else in their proposal that would need to be done besides the controls?
How about wiring?
They excluded the wiring, and I have ABS is getting me a quote on that.
But you need to check the electrical, to see if the breakers are sized right, feeders.
And what did it say about the curbs there? Are those included or no?
So you might have electrical scope, you might have fire alarm scope that's not included yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of their exclusions. Electrical breaker wiring or other not listed in this quote.
These are the same exclusions from the American.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
I'm not debating that. I'm just stating that you guys may want to consider that because you may have a little bit extra here. Did they exclude anything with the curbs, Mark? Rodney was kind of asking about that, and that was another thing I was curious about. I would assume we need an adapter. There it is, curb adapter. Yeah, okay, so that works.
Okay.
What's the lead time on these units?
I did not get. I do not know. These are units for cooling only. So
I had to guess. I don't think the lead time would be that high since they're small units. Typically, the bigger the units get, the longer the lead times.
I mean, when we get these items, it would be really nice to get the full scope cost, not just piecemeal and have us ask for electrical, fire, engineering if needed. It certainly would be nice.
What's the assuming a short time frame? They're not going to be able to do this work until the snow's gone, regardless, correct?
correct.
So you've reached out to ABS to get costing?
Correct.
What about controls?
That is the controls. ABS is controls.
All right, what about wiring? Electrical.
I have not.
It's probably
So
safe
why
to
would-
assume it's not needed, but you just don't know that yet.
Yeah.
I think typically with newer units being more efficient, the wiring is fine, but the breaker sizes in the panels might have to be changed to be slightly smaller.
Well, regardless, the units have to be wired up, connected to the existing system.
Right.
Nothing else has to be changed.
Yeah, and they included that. I saw that in the proposal Mark
Did
has
they
on the
include
screen
that?
here. I don't believe
Let's
page.
see.
That was on the page down with the electrical and fire alarm, I think, where I saw that.
No, that's under, I mean, they have electrical breaker wiring or other not listed in quote if wires don't reach out to the unit. Okay.
Yeah, so you're right. It could be there, just if the connection point is, higher on the unit, because the curb adapter is going to make it higher off the ground, you might be a little short on the wiring.
Right. Is that determinable ahead of time? Not easily, right?
No, not easily.
Yeah, but we should carry a number. We don't have to have an exact number.
Yeah. So we can Mark, we can have put together a more comprehensive package. I asked Joe and Rodney, where do you guys fall as far as American Standard train or train high efficiency? I mean, I think the other costs would be consistent, right? It's still a valid ask, but the electrical is going to be the same, I assume.
Right.
Control, wiring, and connection will be the same. It's really a matter if we want to spend the extra 6 and then the extra
12.
Another 12.
Well, I mean, I think we should be consistent with the train.
Yeah. I think the trains, I know American Standard's owned by Train, but I think Train's a better unit. As
Right.
far as the efficiency, I don't know what the payback would be on that 12,000, how often they're running, and
Yeah, exactly.
whether it would make financial sense or not.
Yeah, I was just looking through the different efficiencies for the 4-ton unit. It's about 22% more efficient for the higher efficiency ones. So pretty significant jump.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
again,
that's a big
you have
difference.
you would need like an energy model or know what the existing ones are doing. Not the existing ones. Either one's going to be more efficient than the existing ones.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we want to go down the energy model road for what it was,
No.
this 13 tons of.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't suggest that either. But 22% is a pretty good jump.
Yeah.
Just looking at the 5-ton ones now.
I'm sorry, Jesse, is that 22% 4 over the 5?
No, it's 20. The high efficiency ones are 22% more efficient than the standard efficiency ones.
Yeah, I had it backwards. I'm sorry. I mean, it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd like to think my town chooses the more efficient options when possible.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, if we're going down this road, we might as well go all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my inclination as well. I just said no. I didn't have an appreciation for the payback. You know, if it's 100 years, then it doesn't make sense. But
Right.
if it's
Yeah, I mean, just 22%, I think you'd have regardless, is going to be should be, well, depends on the energy cost, but you can, just based on the percentages, you can figure it's going to be paid back in 5 years, which is a good enough payback to include it.
Yeah, it's a good number. Okay. All right. Do we want to move forward with anything right now, or do you guys rather? Do you guys want to just sit tight until we get more of a comprehensive package and have insight into the full cost?
Personally, I would like to have the full cost of this item, this change order, or addition, whatever you want to call it. And I would say we should narrow it down to the 5-ton unit, so we don't get
The 2 4s and the 5, but with the train high efficiency models.
the high efficiency. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mark. So if you could get back to us with the lead times, and ABS will hopefully respond quickly. I guess if we could we'll have to encumber some electrical costs in case there's short wire or anything of that nature, or breaker change outs. Okay.
So,
I did encumber a number on the pending log once it comes up.
Okay.
For it.
For the electrical and the wiring, like you
For
believe
everything associated.
is there 24K? That's the 24K number?
Yeah. I put 8 per.
Okay. So with that projection on electrical and wiring and the units at the 88.3, we're looking at about 110,300 for the 3 units, RTU 19, 21, and 22. With the train high efficiency integration with the control units and wiring, electrical if needed. Is there more information that anybody else wants to hear on? Make sure we're clear on if Mark needs to dig up anything else.
I'm good.
I just don't want to get an ATP that we're expending another $20,000 on electrical.
So to eliminate that, we'd have to do we'd need to get an electrician engaged to confirm breaker size and against the specs.
Yeah, just to look at find the existing breaker that serves it, see what the size is, and then the cut sheets that we already have here give the new breaker size.
Well, do we have more of a question for Sal? Do we have a cut sheet on the existing unit? The Lennox?
I am doubtful, but yeah, we can. I suppose we could look it up online via the model number, right,
Yeah.
Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can have our electrician go and find the breakers for that to see if it's a it went from a 30 amp to a 25 amp. I definitely can do that.
All right.
So,
what
Mark,
recommend
does it help if I get Ferguson to help you guys with this, Ferguson Electric, for any particular reason? Not that I'm happy to do so. If you want me to put a call into them.
I'm not exactly sure what the specific exclusion is. I mean, it's other than what Jesse said, that yeah, the compressor might be more efficient and have a smaller breaker, and you got to go back and change that, like I said, and it could be for all of 5 amps.
Exactly.
But I'm doubtful that a 1-for-1 replacement on the same curb, we're going to end up short on wire. I'm not seeing that, and
I only mentioned it, Sal, because with the adapter curb, you're essentially going up, 18 or 24 inches higher on the curb than it was. But but again,
it's not usually a problem when we do an equipment swap. The breaker, that comes up. So being a gigantic, turning it to a $20,000 number, I don't know that would necessarily happen, but I can definitely have our district electrician go out there, identify those 3 units, and find the breakers.
Well, this is all work that has to happen
between
regardless.
the 3 of us. We'll look up the cut sheet for the existing unit.
Okay, yeah, and this is work that has to happen regardless. So it's just a matter of doing it beforehand. So and then it would have to happen.
If it's a matter of a breaker size, it's something that we could handle.
Mm-hmm.
And
what I would recommend is that we just move forward with the units, the 88,300, and we'll hash out the rest of it later.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
It's just, I mean, yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
Yep.
It probably is good. I'm thinking with what I'm talking about, it being more of an engineer here to cross every T and dot every I on it.
Oh, I could totally see them putting the electrical connections on the left-hand side versus the right-hand side last time, and you're 3 feet short. I could totally see that happening. But anyways, okay. So make a motion to approve $88,300 on an ATP to purchase 3 rooftop train high efficiency units, 2 4-ton, 1 5-ton, as reflected in the quote from Air Plus.
I'll second that motion.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Other old business. Any updates, Sal, on Fitz House, or is that just still in motion?
The town attorney and associate is communicating with the
Okay.
opposing counsel on straightening it out, and nothing, other than that they're talking, nothing to report.
Okay. The last old business item I have is just the charge. The charge of the committee has been modified officially by the Board of Selectmen. Just to there was an email sent out, but just to make it public record. So the charge has been modified to include the fire alarm system at Fairfield Woods. So that is what Mark was referring to in his modifications to the ATPs earlier.
Mhm.
So that will begin work. That is going to be work will be implemented in the summer, and there will be procurement of the equipment preceding that. I think I said before, the fire marshal is looking to have all equipment staged prior to the work starting, before he'll approve the work, since he doesn't want to have the school, the fire system not fully implemented for some period of time because of a missing device, just from a timing perspective. All right.
Housekeeping note, did we approve this proposal?
Sorry, did we?
Approve Sonatrol's?
No, we've not approved anything yet. So that's that'll be the next day. We need to do that, right? We need to approve. Well, I don't know. Do we? It would we? That's sort of the normal course of action, right? We don't normally approve spend. I mean, we approve it once it's spent, but if it's part of the normal course of business, we don't like it's part of the original scope of the project. Like we don't pre-approve spend on everything that Gilbane's doing, for example, at the schools, right?
No, but this is.
If it's within the scope of the project.
This is not under Gilbane's.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
So
it's not.
this is a separate item. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we need to approve the fact that it's a vendor, because there was no bid. He's going to, so I guess that is a valid point.
Sal has a question or a comment.
No, I was just going to say it's very similar to what you just did with the rooftop units. It's a separate proposal. It's a separate vendor.
Yeah.
It's in keeping of my understanding is Sonatrol is either off of a state contract or it is consortium pricing, would be in conformance with the purchasing regulations. Apologize for my dog. I have somebody at the front door. So yeah, I think you need to approve that. And then the purchasing authority can issue a PO.
Right.
Purchasing authority can't spend without your direction, and you can't issue purchase orders. You can only say what you want done, and that's the separation of powers.
We can offer, they just won't have any teeth.
Just a question: did the Board of Selectmen did not approve a price on they just changed the charge, the building committee charge. They did not approve a cost for the work.
They don't have to.
That's my understanding.
Okay. Yeah, I agree that we would need to approve it then.
Yeah, the money was to be encumbered against the existing contingency. So you're showing us now the list of pieces.
This is the proposal from Sonatrol that was received from Fairfield Public Schools. They do have a 372, 150. I did encumber additional monies for work associated with it that we discussed last meeting. This should cover their scope of work and anything associated with it, but I did encumber more money. Because if this was to be done outside the project, this would be the price for the work.
Does their proposal include, assuming it includes removal and replacement of ceiling tiles?
I'm sorry, what was that?
It did not.
I was asking
it does not-
if their work includes the removal of and replacement of ceiling tiles as necessary as they run, if they have to run any new wiring.
It does not specifically include or exclude.
I hate to use that word, the phrasing, right? I assume that, but so.
Well, it states in their last paragraph, proposals assume normal installation conditions, whatever that means.
Right.
That's an open statement. If unforeseen obstacles occur, you will be notified for additional labor costs, and a little additional labor costs will be assessed. Permits and compliance fees responsible. So that's an open-ended statement. It doesn't say specifically tiles,
Right.
which I doubt. If they break a tile, they could probably care less.
Yeah, so we'll have some allotment, but we'll have to,
We do have attic stock, I would believe.
yeah. I'm just concerned that they touch 500 tiles. What's I would never have assumed the breakage fee was as high as it was, but based on the history so far, it's going to be a significant amount of tiles that are not reusable.
Right.
So, okay. So I think that's something we need to get clarification on, but we'll make a motion to approve the contract with Sonatrol for the $372,150.34.
I'll second.
Having a second, any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Okay. Any other old business or new business? Joe or Rodney? All good?
Not for me.
Nothing for me.
Okay. All right. Hearing none, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Note the next meeting is February 27th.